one about? Oh, not doctors that be doing too much.
Doctors that be doing too much. Okay, so sometimes doctors, y'all do too much. Y'all know that we only have a certain amount of time to do some of the tasks that y'all send us to do for these patients, and then also expect us to have a patient ready for you to see. And then there are doctors that'll be like, okay, I know this patient came in for a stubbed toe, but we're actually gonna draw blood. We're gonna do a breathing treatment. We're gonna do a concussion assessment.
Bruh. Breathing treatment. Like that time I had a baby. It was a baby, y'all. The baby was like maybe 1 month old for a diaper rash, a really bad diaper rash. Why at the end of the day the doctor talking about you need to give a breathing treatment? I was like, no, I'm not giving no fucking breathing treatment. The baby came in here for a diaper rash and I'll put some cream on his butt, but that's it.
You know what? And I can respect a doctor that's like, I can't turn my back on this, but you also have to understand that at some point you have to draw the line and you have to address the most important issue because we really don't have time. And what frustrates me is, okay, if you want me to do 57 things for this one patient, don't give me an attitude when 3 of your other patients are still waiting to be seen.
Or if I'm not done with that previous stuff that I had to do.
You come out here and you're making it seem like this is a real emergency. You need to go in there now and do these 10 different things. And then come knock on the door talking about my next patient isn't roomed. What do you mean?
My mouth, go vital on yourself while I'm
Go get them. Go get them.
We could switch. You could take over this, or you could do the.
What do you want to do?
You want?
What do you want to do? It's nobody is saying that you're not allowed to do your job, do your assessment, and end up discovering that something else is going on with this patient.
But it's urgent care. Well, at the urgent care, that was a particular urgent care setting, and I'm like, they didn't come in there for that.
It's just understanding. Like there needs to be an open, a stronger sense of communication. Listen. I know I'm ordering a lot. If you could just go in there and tell the patients to just give you a minute, I really need to see this next patient so I can catch up. I can do that, but this patient is here for X, Y, Z. So I'm gonna be in that patient's room, rooming them, prepping them for you for a hot minute. So it's gonna be a minute before I see that patient, and that room is gonna be tied up for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Prioritize.
Yeah.
Address whatever needs to be addressed today. Everything else, make an appointment with your primary.
We're coming in here for one thing. I don't know how everybody else does it, but my particular clinic has the symptoms in a little workbox, and I literally room the patient and be like, how long has this symptom been going on?
Nothing else.
Don't name nothing else. Oh, and then I start coughing. No, we here for your shortness of breath. I didn't ask about no coughing. That's how I am. Get straight to the point. That's not what you were here for. Or if you ask for pain, like, oh, what's your pain level? Oh, my back is hurting, but you came in here for a toe. I said your back.
You came in here for a toe?
But you talk about your back pain. I said, how bad is your toe pain? Like, that's what I'm here for. Like, stick to what's hurting.
Come on.
Yeah.
You guys have to, and then, they'll get mad, healthcare is trash. Yo, everybody needs to be seen.
Yes.
We have to see everybody. And then in the same breath, they're gonna complain about waiting. It's because you're coming in here for me to address 7 other things.
Yes, and then they add stuff. They be adding stuff when the doctor get in there, and they be embarrassing me in front of the doctor. Like the doctor come out, did you know this patient needed this? Nah. I swear to God, that's not what he told me. He came in here for a cough. I don't know why he said his throat was hurting too. It be stuff like that, and they be embarrassing me in front of these doctors, and I don't like that. I be in there like, why you didn't tell me your throat was hurting too?
Yeah, exactly.
I be going in there, man.
I go back in there with the swab stick. I'm about to shove this right down your gut. You didn't tell me that your throat was hurting, bro.
Ooh, COVID, I sure did do that. The rude ass patients that got mad they had to wait in that long ass line. They came in there with an attitude. Well, you over here, cause I'm goofy. I be laughing and talking. I am the goofy nurse where I'm always laughing and joking and shit. Oh, you're doing too much laughing. I said, bitch, am I not supposed to laugh? I'm here all damn day.
I know. I hate, I get it. You're tired, okay? You've been waiting for a long time.
But I'm tired too. I've been here for 24 hours swabbing y'all.
The difference, exactly. The difference between you and I is that I'm finding a way to work through this exhaustion, to not make the whole thing miserable, and you're angry, you're miserable. You coming in here expecting me to be like, oh, you poor soul. Let me give you a back massage, a manicure, a pedicure. You need me to do your hair too? You want me to massage your scalp for waiting so long?
I'll say, oh, you poor soul, like I feel so bad. But when you start being mad at me because I'm laughing and you in line waiting, oh, then I'm gonna have an attitude. Then I'm gonna stick the little thing so far up your nose, and then I'm gonna drop it on the floor and act like it's lit. Go way back in line and re-register.
He didn't say that. That's not what really.
It happened. I promise it did. I used to do that all the time.
Well, okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. All right. Don't you just revealing all the secrets. Listen, at the end of the day, nobody really wants to hurt anybody. Okay,
No,
we just want y'all to understand, like, the doctors really be having us in there do a bunch of different things. Like, we are doing our best. Like, we are doing our best to come out there and come get you on time.
It's just we get stuck with the previous person, have to do everything, and don't let something come back abnormal because I'm gonna have to stay longer.
Now I gotta go back in there. Now we have to do the follow-up test, because the doctor will say, if this is positive, go ahead and do this.
Yeah.
And even if this is negative, let's do this, because if it ain't this, it must be this.
Yeah.
Okay, well then when do you want me to bring your next patient back? Because if I'm gonna be doing the if this is this, then do this for the next the next 7 tests, no one's gonna bring back your next patient. And then they be talking about well, we have a float. The float is tied up with another one of y'all over the top doctors.
Oh my God, was it yes? It was yesterday. Yesterday was a really busy day. Okay, I had to do an EKG. We call it a DC special, a hemoglobin, blood sugar, and EKG on this one patient, and I ended up having to send that patient out to the ER with ambulance and all that. And then I finally let him go to the ER. He left or whatever. I went to go get my doctor's next patient. While I was vitaling, the doctor started the visit. He went in the vital room with me and started the visit. I looked at him like, can you do a strep throat on him? I said I would if I could get the vitals. I mean, you came in here and started the visit, and I wasn't even done yet. And he wasn't even ready on a little chart thing. Usually the doctors can see ready. Mine said still unassigned, which means no, I wasn't ready yet.
Some of these
that pissed me off. I hate
rude. They're rude. I worked with one doctor who he didn't know how to talk to people.
Then he says, you're the fattest patient I've seen all day.
He did not know how to talk to people. He would just come right out and start barking things and demanding things. And it was my first time working at this particular location. And it was my turn to work with him. Nobody liked working with this man. I swear to you, when he comes out the room, he liked things to be done a certain way. He liked things to be set up a certain way. Nobody told me that for this patient, he wanted a certain set of instruments in the room. I don't know these things. You have to tell me these things. So he comes out, first of all,
oh my God.
Whoa.
Yeah.
No. We will not do that. I said, and I just kept on walking. And he went to my supervisor and he was like, she is very disrespectful. And I'm hearing him talk about me as I'm walking back from putting the patient in a room. So I go in there and I was like, you're not gonna come talk to me like that in front of a patient. You're not gonna do that. So, he's white, so I can see him get bright red in the face. You're just not used to people telling you, you can't talk to me like that.
I'll literally be so bold with it. Have you realized why nobody working with you? I would literally ask those kind of questions.
You can't
and they'd be so surprised because
we're here to help you.
Right, I don't have to do this. I do not have to be here at all. You just gonna be grooming your own patients.
You better go get your next one yourself. I'm not doing this with you.
I had a doctor like that. I was only there for a couple weeks. This is when I was floating at UCLA or whatever. And he came down rude as hell. He was upstairs and I had to prepare the little eye injection thing or whatever. And I don't know him. He likes stuff. He likes all the equipment on the counter.
See what I'm saying?
And
we don't know.
Extras on the counter.
You have to say what you like.
He came down there. He was like, where the consent forms? I don't know. I get it. Whatever is in that chart, that's what your assistant gave me. Look it. When you have my patients, you need to have my chart.
I don't know everything.
I said, well, why your assistant didn't give me the chart when it's fully prepared? Maybe your assistant should not have came down here and gave me this chart. That means she wasn't ready then. I'm just saying, when you have my patients,
we can talk about that later. See the flipping patient.
Come on, let's go up into your assistant's room so we can talk about it together. I said, please come get your doctor. Your doctor said to stop coming down here when the charts aren't ready yet. I said, so don't send your patients down here if they're not ready with that paperwork. And then he looked at me. I said, problem solved. Talk to your assistant.
Talk
Not
to
them.
her.
Like, these doctors be tripping. Like, they not used to. I don't know. Maybe some nurses just scared to lose the job.
No, I don't care.
I'm not. I would lose a job today and have one by tonight.
I'm not doing it. You're not going to talk. I mean, I'm not necessarily concerned. If I lose my job, yeah, it will bother me, but it'll bother me more for like taking something from somebody, some disrespect from someone for the sake of keeping the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I can. It might take me some time depending on what's going on, what the times look like. I might end up having to take a job that I don't like, but you're not going to disrespect me. You're not going to do it. And don't get me wrong, there's battles that you just gotta pick and choose. Some doctors, like, no matter what you tell them, they will always be a biatch. No matter what.
Some doctors know who to go to, though.
You're right.
They be knowing who to talk to.
Right.
Like that.
You are correct.
They be knowing. They not dumb.
They know. They know. You're right.
It was one doctor, they be like, don't say that. I'll be like, why? I said it, he didn't say nothing to me. Oh, did he never say nothing? No, I think he do that to you. He don't do that shit to me.
He doesn't do it to me.
Yeah, no.
Some of them, but after that one instance, that was it. Like, it was smooth sailing. He became one of my favorite doctors to work with.
Yeah.
After that instance.
I would say you just gotta yell at them.
Yeah, don't talk to me like that. Yo, if you cannot come in there demanding respect and then not giving respect,
yeah,
you can't do that. You can't do it.
Yeah, it's always those ones that be ordering the most and they want you to still be on time.
Still be on time.
And we get cussed out because we were still dealing with
Not only are you getting shit from the doctor, you're getting shit from the patient.
Yeah,
We've been in here for X amount of time. He said that he was going to have you come in here and do this. Okay, I don't know why he told you and not me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was supposed to come back in here and do that. I didn't know that he saw the result and then came in and spoke to you and didn't talk to me. I don't know why that happened. And then I come out and he's like, how come this isn't done? Bitch, you didn't tell me.
Let's go find out together.
Come on.
We gonna find out.
Oh, it's just, I don't know. Some doctors will argue and they'll be like, well, you know, I can't turn my back on certain things. There's certain things that when I do my assessment and I discover I have to treat it. Bro, you can't fix the whole patient. This is not a physical.
If they're not dying, if it don't have nothing to do with your breathing, no, we don't have to address it.
We don't have to address it. You bring it to their attention. Do you have a primary? Okay, let me give you the resources, the direction to go in. We cannot address everything today. You came in here for a headache that you've had for 3 months. Now we're talking about your broken toe. We're talking about your liver. We're talking about the rash on your chest. What? Now the doctor wants me to swab the rash because the rash is leaking. The doctor wants me to, you know. And there was a nurse practitioner that I remembered working with. And he was like, I had to pick which issue to address. And the patient got mad. And I had to explain to him, I'm sorry, this is an urgent care. I had to address the more pertinent issue because there are 30 other people out there waiting.
I was gonna say, well, what the patient come in there for specifically?
So the patient came in there for, I don't even remember. It was we can just call it a headache because it wasn't really that big of a deal. And then when he started describing other symptoms, the doctor was like, okay, this honestly kind of sounds like XYZ. Like, I don't even remember what it was. Like, it was a bigger deal. And he was like, I'm going to just go ahead and treat this. And then I'm just going to have to, you know, in hopes you'll have to address this next issue at another time because of how much time it's going to take for us to address the more pertinent issue. I respect it. I respect it. Something needs to be done. And I feel like people don't understand, like, yes, healthcare is a big issue, but that's why we have primaries. But then there's also the issue of like insurance and like people being turned away and like shit that we just don't have control over.
Or if it's that primary just might be booked up. Like mine's booked up to October.
Yeah.
It's August.
It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. But it's also important to remember that we don't have control over a lot of those behind the scenes things.
Yeah.
Like we have no control over insurance. We have no control over what your insurance covers. We have no control over the schedule of your primary care, but we also don't have control over the schedule of the urgent care. Like if you've been waiting outside, it's because we've discovered that a patient that was supposed to go to the ER is here, and now we got to do our best to stabilize them before sending them out.
Yes.
It's a lot of things that's just out of our control that leads to the patients directly being affected, but it don't got shit to do with us.
It don't. I be trying to tell them that, but I be trying to keep it professional at the same time.
It's hard. It's a hard balance. It's a hard balance, and we just be trying to keep our heads above water,
Yeah.
so that when these patients come in here giving us like a bunch of shit, the doctor's giving us shit, and we're in here trying to make the best, and we're just geeking and messing around with our coworkers. Patients be like, "Oh, so you're
Like,
just living your best
right,
life,"
you just-
and I'm dying.
You're not dying because why you at urgent care, not the ER?
You are not dying. No, come on,
I'm not
relax.
dying. They be on. Oh man, they be on Google though. They be like, I thought I was dying out there. Y'all took forever, and I'm like, you was on your phone on Google, and Google tell you
WebMD.
you dying.
Funeral plan.
I be like, you was on Google, weren't you? While you was in the waiting room, I didn't have nothing else to do. I said you could have watched a movie.
You could have watched
You couldn't
Netflix,
talk
but
on the phone.
you could have called your grandmother.
You just had to Google your symptoms,
Checked on
and
the
now
kids.
you dying.
Now you dying.
You dying. I be laughing though. It'd be so funny. But I'd be like, you're not dying. If you're dying, I don't think you would be at this setting. You would be somewhere else.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I don't ever promise them that they're not dying, but I can promise. I don't ever be like, you're not dying.
Because
You
if they
might be
did die,
dying.
how they gonna confront me?
But
No. So that ain't got nothing to do with me.
I'm gonna say, look. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't know how you went from this broken pinky toe to having cancer. I don't know how you got from those two different
Because it
things.
started from bone pain.
Oh my God.
They literally find so much stuff.
I don't, sir. Get off of Google. Get off of WebMD. Get off of Mayo
I do
Clinic.
that. I'm like, please get off your phone.
Put your phone down.
Do not ask me no questions.
Then
about that.
it's great too. Like when the patient is waiting for you to do the 1,700 tests that the doctor ordered, and they're over here pulling up because I saw this on the phone. Remember, could you look at this? Do you think that's what I have? And then they'll be like, look,
No, it's not.
sir, I don't know. But to be quite honest, that picture looks nothing like what you got on your arm,
Nothing
brother.
like it.
Nothing. Put the phone away. I need your arm to get your blood pressure. Now your blood pressure about to be through the roof because you think you dying.
Now you about to be here longer because they may be having a stroke or something.
Right. You know what's crazy though? There was this one time I was younger and I was in nursing school and we were talking about strokes, and I had slept on my recliner. And I had pinched a nerve because of the way I slept, and they were talking about numbness and tingling. Oh,
You're so stupid. You Googled your symptoms?
bruh. I saw my doctor and I was like, you think I had a stroke? Oh my God.
You're so stupid.
She was like, Ashley, you're 22. Chances are very low that you had a stroke. And I was like, you sure? Cause look.
Now this girl be stressing me out at 20. I don't know. It might be a stroke.
Lord of Jesus.
Yeah, no.
Anyways, moral of the story, we're nurses, we're human, we're doing the best that we can. We be stressed. So when you come in with an attitude and we're just trying to keep up with all the orders the doctor had, just know we don't care. Sorry, just kidding. I'm kidding. We care. But we can only care about certain things, like a certain amount of things at a time, our capacity.
Yeah, it's only so much we can do in a small time frame.
Leave some comments. Tell us what you want to talk about, what you want to hear about. Join us next week for our next episode. Thank you.
Until next time.
Until next time.